guys, Miss Navarro here, and today I have a wonderful story called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. This is by Eric Carle, and this is a really good story that talks about the different stages a caterpillar goes through. So listen closely because afterwards we are going to review the stages and actually create our own caterpillar. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry little caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon, and that night he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore either. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house, called a cocoon, around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed his way out. So there he is as the big fat caterpillar. And then there he is in his cocoon. And when he pushed himself out, he was a beautiful butterfly. The end. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that story about the hungry caterpillar. And so now we are going to kind of review the 4 stages a caterpillar goes to turn into a butterfly. So we're gonna back it up all the way to a regular mama butterfly. So a regular mama butterfly will fly around and find the perfect leaf to lay her eggs on. And that is actually the first stage of a butterfly's life, is eggs. They start as little eggs that little mama butterflies fly around and lay their eggs on. So inside these eggs are tiny caterpillars, and these tiny caterpillars are living in here until they're ready to come out. And when they are ready to come out, they chew their way through the eggs, and then they are called something called larvae. Larvae are baby caterpillars as soon as they come out of the eggs. They start out quite small, but when they chew their way out of the egg, they are very, very hungry, just like we saw in the story. So baby larvae will, eat the egg that it came out of, and then it'll probably eat the leaf that the egg was on, and it'll eat the leaf next to it, and then it'll eat a lot of leaves, and it'll eat and eat and eat until it grows so big, it's too big for its own skin. All that growing and eating is really, really tiring. And that is when the little larva finds a sturdy branch or a sturdy place to create its cocoon. So that brings us to the 3rd stage of a caterpillar's life, where it creates its cocoon, where it stays in there and rests. Inside its cocoon, it is called a pupa. Can you say pupa with me? P-U-P-A. P-U-P-A. Pupa. Now, inside the cocoon, the caterpillar is a pupa. And inside the pupa, it is resting and it is transforming into a butterfly. The pupa stays inside the cocoon for about 2 weeks. And inside the cocoon, it grows an antenna, it grows its pair of wings, and it grows 6 legs. Now, once the pupa is ready to break out of the cocoon, it stretches and it starts to break through the cocoon, and then out comes the beautiful butterfly. This brings us to stage 4. It is a butterfly. And this is how the process starts over. And then the butterfly grows, and then when it is a mama and ready to lay its eggs, it starts all the way back over at stage 1, where it begins as an egg. So it starts as an egg, it breaks, the baby caterpillars break out of the egg, and they become larvae. And then as they are larvae, they're little baby caterpillars that are really hungry, and they are eating the eggshells, they're eating leaves, and they grow bigger and bigger and bigger until they get very tired and they are ready to form their cocoon, and they become pupa inside the cocoon. And then after about 2 weeks, it breaks open into a butterfly. This process is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. That is a very long word, and metamorphosis actually means to change. So these 4 stages is how a caterpillar changes into a butterfly. Now that we've reviewed the life cycle of a caterpillar, we are ready to create our own caterpillar. So you are going to need a sheet of paper, and you are going to fold it 5 different times. You are going to fold it hot dog style. So it should be like this, and then I want you to go ahead and fold it 5 times. You aren't going to make the folds too big because you want to make sure you have room to do all 5 folds. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folds. Very good. Now you should have a wrap type looking sheet of paper now, and you are going to go ahead and take it and cut it in half. So I'm going to cut it directly in the center. And then I have 2 pieces of paper. If you open up each sheet of paper, you can count how many different creases you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. So you can now do the coloring in a few different ways. You can color this entire sheet one color with one pattern on it, and this entire sheet a different color with a different pattern on it. Or if you want to get super tricky, you can color each different crease a different color. For instance, you could do pink, then green, then pink, then green, then pink, then green. Or you could do green, then blue, then green, then blue, then green, then blue. Or you can make it all one color. You really have a lot of leeway on how you want to color it. Miss Navarro is actually going to color one of mine completely green and the other one of mine completely blue. So guys, as you can see, Miss Navarro colored her 2 sheets of creased paper, 2 different colors. Now, if you look closely, you see that I outlined the crease with Sharpie so I know where to cut, because now you are going to go through and you are going to cut each single one of them out. So I'm starting with my green paper, and I'm going to cut on the black line where I made my original crease. And I'm going to cut each and every single one of them out. Now, if you cut a little bit too thin or a little bit too thick, that's okay, because we actually created 6 different creases of green and 6 different creases of blue, and we're actually going to use 5 of each. So you have 1 extra if you don't like any of your cuts. So I've cut out my 6 creases of green, and now I will repeat this for my 6 creases of blue. Now, as you can see, Miss Navarro cut out all of her creases. you should have a total of 12 creases, but we are only going to use 10. So pick your favorite color, and I want you to put some glue on the very end of the back side. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to glue the very end of the back side. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually glue all right here. And then I'm going to fold it to make a little circle. Now you are going to take the opposing color, or if you did it one color, that's fine. And you are going to go around and fold it the same way. So you're going to have to put glue on the bottom of the back side, stick it through the hole, and fold it like so. You are going to repeat this all the way through, Miss Navarro, until you are done with all 10 of your strips. So Miss Navarro has 2 done. I know that I have 8 more to go, and I'm going to keep alternating colors. So now I'm going to grab a green one. I'm going to put glue on the bottom of the back side, and I'm going to stick it through the hole and repeat. Now guys, as you can see, Miss Navarro has made the body of her caterpillar. I glued all 10 of the blue and all 10 of the green around each other. So now I want you to grab a square sheet of paper. I happen to have colored paper. If you don't, that's totally fine. You can just cut out a square sheet of paper and color it. And I want you to draw a circle around it because this is going to be our caterpillar's face. Your circle doesn't have to be perfect. Not all faces are perfectly circular, but it should be circular enough. So I want you to draw a circle around it, and then I want you to draw the caterpillar eyes. So a special way that Miss Navarro is going to show you how to do this is by using these special eyes. Oh, here they are. These special eyes that I was able to get a hold of. These are little plastic sticky holes that are going to play as the big caterpillar eyes. It's okay if you don't have this, you can just color in your eyes yourself, but if you have this or something like it, or any types of stickers, you may use that as eyes. So I'm gonna take one of these, and I'm going to put it right where my eye would be. And I'm gonna grab another one, and I'm gonna put it right next to it. And then I'm gonna color the insides of them black. And now I'm going to give my caterpillar a smile. After this, I'm going to cut out my caterpillar face and then glue it onto my caterpillar body. Now it's important to do this in pencil, Sharpie, marker, so if you make any mistakes, you can always go back and erase and fix it. But I'm going to cut out my caterpillar face. I'm going to kind of cut around to make sure I get all of the black Sharpie off. Sometimes it might help to cut first and then draw the face. So after that, I am going to find the front of the body of my caterpillar, and I'm going to glue the face on. So you can go ahead and take your glue, and when you glue the face on, because we are going to add antennas, I want you to kind of leave a little space up at the top. So put glue on the bottom half of the face, and then you are going to glue that like so. Oops. Make sure you glue it on the very last one. Miss Navarro just made a boo-boo, but she fixed it. So your caterpillar should look similar to this. And you want to make sure your face is very centered. So that you can see your caterpillar moving. Now we are going to make the antennas. So grab a sheet of paper. I have this green one right here. Yours can be, if you want to just color in some white sheet of paper black, that's totally fine. But you are going to make 2 little antennas to glue at the top of your caterpillar. So I'm just going to take the end of this and I'm going to cut 1 and then cut 2. And I'm going to put some glue at the bottom of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue it at the top of my caterpillar, because those are its antennas. So, and sometimes it's good to kind of separate the antennas like so. Uh-oh. There you go. So Miss Navarro has created her caterpillar, as you can see. And this is fun to play with because it can move all around your house. And it's a fun toy to play with. So since Miss Navarro went ahead and colored hers in different colors, you may do that if you don't have colored papers at home. But I actually do have an example. This is Miss Evans' example. As you can see, Miss Evans actually had colored paper, so she didn't do the part where she colored it in with crayon. She had her own colored paper that she cut out and did the same process on just colored paper. So you can either do it this way if you don't have colored paper, where you color it in yourself, or if you have colored paper, you can do it that way. But either way, this is how you create a caterpillar, and I can't wait to see your guys' finished product on the Facebook page.